Imagine standing up from your chair, only to feel your legs tremble beneath you. It's a moment that catches you off guard, but you brush it off. Just part of getting older, you tell yourself. But what if it's not? What if something as small as the vitamins you take every morning is quietly chipping away at your strength? Today, we're taking a closer look at 3 common vitamins that could be doing more harm than good, especially when it comes to leg strength and mobility. Many supplements promise better health, but the truth is, not all of them are beneficial for aging bodies. In fact, some can contribute to muscle weakness, balance issues, and even a higher risk of falls, concerns that become more serious as the years go by. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Your health is in your hands, and knowing what supports your body versus what might be working against it is a powerful step toward maintaining independence and vitality. By making small, informed adjustments, you can feel stronger, steadier, and more in control of your well-being. Before we begin, take a quick moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss future tips on staying strong, protecting your mobility, and aging with confidence. Now, let's get started. 1. Vitamin E. Vitamin E has long been celebrated as an essential nutrient, with claims that it supports heart health, enhances skin elasticity, and even slows the aging process. It's a popular supplement, particularly among older adults who want to maintain their health and vitality. The idea of taking a simple vitamin to strengthen the body and fight off age-related decline is understandably appealing. After all, who wouldn't want to do everything possible to stay independent and active for as long as possible? But here's the part many people don't realize. Vitamin E is not like a simple vitamin C tablet that your body can easily flush out. It's fat-soluble, meaning any extra amount that isn't immediately used gets stored in your body, building up over time. And while a moderate intake of vitamin E from food sources is beneficial, consistently taking high-dose supplements, especially anything over 400 IU daily, can start working against you rather than for you. Too much vitamin E can interfere with neuromuscular function, impacting the way your nerves and muscles communicate. The effects start subtly. Maybe you feel just a little less steady on your feet than before. Rising from a chair takes an extra second of effort. You might find that walking through the grocery store leaves you more fatigued than usual, or that turning quickly makes you feel slightly off balance. These small changes are easy to dismiss. Ultimately, slowing down is just part of getting older, right? But what if it's not? When vitamin E levels accumulate too much in the body, these minor difficulties can turn into bigger concerns. Over time, muscles, especially in the legs, start to weaken. What was once just a little unsteadiness becomes a noticeable loss of strength. Climbing stairs feels like a challenge, rather than a simple task. You may find yourself relying on a cane or walker, not realizing that a supplement you believed was helping you might actually be contributing to the problem. There's also another hidden danger. Vitamin E naturally thins the blood, which under normal circumstances might not seem like a big deal. But for seniors, especially those on blood-thinning medications, this can increase the risk of excessive bleeding. Imagine a simple fall that results in a deep bruise or worse, internal bleeding. What should have been a minor injury suddenly becomes a serious health concern. It's a domino effect that many people don't see coming. None of this means vitamin E is inherently harmful. In fact, when consumed in appropriate amounts through natural sources, it plays a crucial role in immune function and acts as a powerful antioxidant. The problem isn't the vitamin itself, it's how much and where it's coming from. Many foods already contain vitamin E, and when consumed this way, it's balanced with other nutrients that help your body use it properly. The best sources of vitamin E are whole foods like nuts, seeds, spinach, and avocado. These provide a natural, moderate dose that your body can process efficiently without leading to harmful buildup. Supplements, on the other hand, can push levels into excess, particularly when taken daily without medical supervision. So, what should you do if you're currently taking a vitamin E supplement? The first step is to have a conversation with your doctor. Blood tests can measure your vitamin E levels, and a healthcare professional can help determine whether supplementation is truly necessary for you. Many people find that once they adjust their diet, their vitamin E needs are met naturally, without the risks associated with high-dose supplements. For those who are concerned about heart health, there are plenty of alternative ways to support cardiovascular function without relying on vitamin E pills. Regular exercise, a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and proper hydration all contribute to heart health in a way that doesn't come with the unintended side effects of excessive vitamin E. If you're experiencing symptoms like frequent fatigue in your legs, unsteady footing, or unexplained weakness, it's worth looking at your supplement intake as a potential factor. These changes don't happen overnight, which is why they're often overlooked. But taking action early, before the effects become severe, can help you maintain strength, mobility, and independence for much longer. The bottom line? Supplements aren't always harmless, and more is not always better. While vitamin E is valuable in the right amounts, too much of it can quietly undermine your stability and increase your risk of falls. The key is balance. Prioritizing food-based sources over high-dose supplements can help you get the benefits without the risks. By making small, informed adjustments now, you can protect your strength, preserve your mobility, and continue doing the things you love with confidence. 2. Vitamin A. Vitamin A has long been recognized as an essential nutrient for vision, immune function, and skin health. Many people take it as part of a daily multivitamin, often without a second thought. After all, vitamins are supposed to help us, not harm us. But what many don't realize is that as we age, the way our bodies process certain nutrients changes. What once provided benefits in our 40s or 50s can become a hidden source of harm in our 60s and beyond. This is especially true for vitamin a fat-soluble vitamin that, much like vitamin E, doesn't simply flush out of the body when we get too much. Instead, it accumulates over time, stored in the liver and fatty tissues. For younger individuals, moderate intake is rarely an issue because their bodies metabolize and use vitamin A efficiently. However, as we get older, our metabolism slows, and excess amounts can build up to toxic levels without us even realizing it. This is where things get tricky. Most people assume that vitamin A intake only comes from a single source, perhaps the occasional serving of carrots or sweet potatoes. But in reality, many seniors are unknowingly consuming excessive amounts from multiple sources. Fortified cereals, dairy products, and even some types of margarine all contribute to daily intake. Cod liver oil, a popular supplement for its omega-3 benefits, is one of the most concentrated sources of vitamin A. And then there are multivitamins, which often contain preformed vitamin A, meaning it's already in its active state and ready to be stored in the body. At first, the effects of too much vitamin A are easy to overlook. You might feel a little more fatigued than usual, or notice that your muscles don't recover as quickly after a long walk. But over time, the consequences can become more serious, particularly when it comes to bone health. Several studies have linked high vitamin A levels to accelerated bone loss, especially in areas like the hips and legs. This is concerning because these are the very bones that help us stay upright and mobile. A gradual weakening of these bones means that even a minor fall, a simple misstep, or a slip on the kitchen floor can lead to fractures. Hip fractures, in particular, are among the most dangerous injuries for older adults, often leading to lengthy hospital stays and prolonged rehabilitation. And it's not just the bones that are at risk. Muscles also suffer from excessive vitamin A intake. Weakness, instability, and reduced coordination can all result from an imbalance in this nutrient. These changes happen slowly, often so gradually that people don't connect them to their vitamin intake. You might start hesitating before stepping off a curb, gripping the railing more tightly when climbing stairs, or choosing to avoid certain activities because you don't feel quite as steady as before. But here's where things get even more complicated. The psychological impact of these changes can be just as significant as the physical ones. When movement feels less stable, confidence starts to erode. Someone who once walked without a second thought might begin questioning their balance, avoiding outings, or even staying home more often than they used to. This withdrawal can lead to social isolation, which has its own set of negative effects, including increased risk of depression and cognitive decline. It's a cycle that many seniors fall into without realizing what's driving it. The good news is that these risks aren't inevitable. The key is awareness and making small but meaningful adjustments. Unlike medications, vitamins don't always come with warning labels about overuse, which means we have to be proactive in monitoring our intake. If you're taking a multivitamin, it's important to check the label. Many supplements contain preformed vitamin A, sometimes listed as retinol palmitate or retinol acetate. These forms are more likely to contribute to excess accumulation in the body compared to beta-carotene, a plant-based precursor that the body can convert into vitamin A as needed. If you're already getting enough vitamin A from your diet, you may not need an additional supplement at all. Focusing on whole food sources is a safer approach. Foods like sweet potatoes, carrots, and spinach provide beta-carotene, which the body can regulate naturally. This means you get the benefits of vitamin A without the risk of toxic buildup. Additionally, incorporating a variety of nutrient-rich foods can help support overall bone and muscle health, ensuring that you maintain the strength and stability needed to stay active and independent. For those who take cod liver oil for its omega-3 benefits, it may be worth considering other sources, such as fish oil capsules, that don't contain high amounts of vitamin A. And if you're concerned about your bone health, focusing on adequate calcium, vitamin D, and regular weight-bearing exercise can go a long way in keeping your bones strong without unnecessary risks. At the end of the day, the goal isn't to eliminate vitamin A. It's an essential nutrient that plays an important role in overall health. But, as with many things, balance is key. Too little vitamin A can lead to vision problems and immune deficiencies, while too much can weaken bones and muscles. The challenge is finding the right middle ground, and that starts with understanding where your vitamin A intake is coming from and making informed choices. Taking control of your health doesn't have to be overwhelming. Small adjustments, whether it's switching to a multivitamin without preformed vitamin A, choosing whole food sources over supplements, or being mindful of fortified foods, can make a significant difference. The more we understand about how our bodies change with age, the better equipped we are to make decisions that support long-term well-being. 3. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is often marketed as an essential nutrient for energy, brain function, and metabolism. Many seniors take it in the hopes of maintaining mental clarity and staying active. It's included in multivitamins, energy-boosting supplements, and even fortified cereals. But what most people don't realize is that too much of this vitamin can have unintended and troubling consequences, especially for the legs and feet. It usually starts subtly, a slight tingling in the toes, a feeling of numbness that comes and goes, a strange sensation when walking barefoot on the carpet. At first, it's easy to ignore. Many people chalk it up to poor circulation, sitting too long, or just another quirk of aging. But over time, these sensations don't just linger, they progress. The tingling turns into weakness. You notice that your legs feel less steady, that stepping off a curb requires more effort than before. Climbing stairs becomes more challenging, and there's a growing hesitancy when walking on uneven ground. It might take longer to feel the pressure of your feet inside your shoes. You might stumble more often, even in familiar surroundings. This isn't just aging. It could be the early signs of nerve damage caused by excessive vitamin B6 intake. Unlike other B vitamins, which are water-soluble and easily excreted when consumed in excess, vitamin B6 has a unique characteristic. It lingers in the body, accumulating over time. High doses, often from long-term supplement use, can lead to peripheral neuropathy, a condition that disrupts nerve signals between the brain and the legs. The result? A growing disconnect between what your feet are feeling and how your body responds. As neuropathy progresses, mobility declines. Walking becomes less about instinct and more about conscious effort. The simple act of moving across a room requires extra concentration. Everyday tasks, like stepping out of bed in the morning or getting out of a chair, carry more uncertainty. The risk of falls increases, and with it, the potential for serious injuries that can be life-altering. Beyond the physical toll, the emotional impact can be just as significant. Losing confidence in your balance can lead to avoiding outings, skipping social gatherings, or opting to stay seated when you'd rather be moving. That sense of freedom, the ability to walk without thinking, to move without hesitation, gradually fades. This can create a ripple effect, leading to a more sedentary lifestyle, weaker muscles, and even greater instability over time. But there's good news. This kind of nerve damage is preventable, and in some cases, even reversible. The key is awareness and moderation. While vitamin B6 is essential for overall health, the amount needed is surprisingly small. Just 1.5 milligrams per day for women over 50 and 1.7 milligrams for men. Many supplements contain far more than this, with some exceeding 50 milligrams or even 100 milligrams per dose. Over time, these excessive amounts can add up, leading to the very problems they were meant to prevent. The best approach is to get vitamin B6 from food sources rather than supplements. Natural sources, like bananas, potatoes, poultry, and fortified whole grains, provide the right amount of B6 in a balanced form that the body can use efficiently. Unlike high-dose supplements, whole foods don't pose the same risk of overaccumulation. If you're currently taking a multivitamin or energy supplement, take a moment to check the label. If the amount of vitamin B6 is significantly higher than the daily recommendation, consider switching to a formula with a lower dose or eliminating unnecessary supplements altogether. If you suspect you've been experiencing tingling, numbness, or weakness in your legs, it may be worth discussing your B6 intake with a healthcare provider. In some cases, reducing intake can lead to noticeable improvements in symptoms over time. Staying strong and steady as we age isn't just about exercise or lifestyle. It's also about understanding what we put into our bodies. Vitamins play a crucial role in health, but more isn't always better. The goal isn't to avoid supplements altogether, but to use them wisely, ensuring they support mobility rather than unknowingly weaken it. Aging doesn't have to mean losing strength. With the right information, you can take control of your health and make choices that keep your muscles strong, your nerves functioning properly, and your confidence intact. Small adjustments, like choosing food-based sources of vitamins, being mindful of high-dose supplements, and having conversations with your doctor, can make a meaningful difference. Every step you take toward better awareness is a step toward long-term independence. So take a moment today. Check your supplement labels. Look at how much vitamin E, vitamin A, or B6 you're taking. If anything is above the recommended amount, consider adjusting your intake. And above all, prioritize real, whole foods, nature's way of delivering the perfect balance of nutrients without the risks of overconsumption. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today. Stay informed, stay strong, and continue making decisions that support a healthier, more active life for years to come. If you found this information helpful, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you want more tips on staying strong and protecting your mobility, be sure to subscribe for future insights. Take care and stay well.